Dear ones, we are a collective frequency of light streaming through the great and grand central sun energies to empower you in your ascension journeys. This means the benevolent and Christ consciousness-centered galactics, the elementals, the DVAs, the archangels, the angels, God's source creator, and Mama Gaia. And you are part of this powerful collective frequency of light too. So much is happening to dismantle and dematerialize the false matrix and illusionary overlay on top of God's source creator's divine and perfect creation. And that means that the divine creation was always there beneath the illusionary overlay the whole time. That is how souls like you throughout the ages could pour your heart, your soul, your sentience, your faith, and your light into beautiful and benevolent intentions, and they could still manifest in this 3D lower density and matrix. Because God's source creator and the divine blueprint has been here the whole time. Under your feet. In the ethers, in your heart centers, and in the timeless God sparks you truly are. The key to manifesting a God creation in a 3D matrixed overlay was always to faith and know without seeing. It required you to know beyond a shadow of a doubt those shadows that were fed by the 3D matrix that God was always, 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 always with you. And you are here to hear this message today because you know what you have always known. That God's source creator is here and has always been here with you, if you will only know it as so, beyond anything else that would distract you from these clear feelings and clear knowings that are your divine blueprint and your divine eternal infinite wisdom. Spring cleaning, serpent clearing, so let us all take a deep divine conscious breath in together. Let us invite that sacred conscious breath to touch all of the parts, parcels, cells, and atoms inside you that are desiring to light up right here and now with the light of source, the light of health, the light of abundance, the light of abundance, the light of divine grace, and the light of well-being and peace to the fullest extent that your physical and energy bodies can allow in. Drink in this divine prana where everything is well and perfect and whole right now inside you, inside your greatest visions, inside all that you truly most desire, and all that you know from timeless time and into this now time, right here and now. You are the divine manifester and truly God-fester of your greatest life, your deepest breath, and your most fabulous dreams. Partnering with Source and with conscious breathing makes it so. You are the one you have been looking for. The God spark of the God spark. You are the light of the world and the light of all you can breathe here today and every day as more shifts unfold on planet Earth. It's time for the gloves to come off. And this means it's time for the 3D illusion's fake, phony, and false veneer to crumble and crack and quake away, like the false crown it is. And it's time for the true light of divine creation to shine forth in all of its glory, first through you as an awakened star-seated soul, and then through the entire sentient collective. There is an epic song that will sing through the earth when a minority of awakened souls stands together in the light of God's perfect divine blueprint. And there is an epic song that will ripple into the cosmos when a majority of awakened souls stands together in the light of God's perfect divine blueprint. You are on that cosmic and quantum precipice right now, in March 2024. Remember this. Remember this. As was stated in the previous message for 2024, spring is springing in the Northern Hemisphere. And it is this energy we will focus on, regardless of where you currently reside as you receive these frequencies today. For a great and eons-old winter is coming to a close on planet Earth. The icy and frozen weather of this last world age and cycle that seemed to freeze this planet in time, in a much darker and denser time, is melting and losing its grip. And the new birth that comes every spring is rising to greet you. It is rising to greet all of you. New life, new birth, new 5D seasons of life and life force are rising to meet you and assist you in your heart's greatest and most glorious visions for God living on planet Earth. So welcome spring in with us today, into your hearts, into your lives, and into your dreams for this new world that are templating and building scaffolding for greater traction as we speak. As they say, spring is a time for spring cleaning, clutter clearing, sweeping off the cobwebs and refreshing your gardens, your environments, your sacred spaces, and your dreams for new creations. So what is calling you to clean and clear it out? Is it your garage? Is it a relationship? Is it a belief system? Or a limitation that you have grown past this winter? And that is simply waiting for this acknowledgement. What you no longer need is ready to be repurposed or properly alchemized and neutralized through a recycling center. Your spirit is ready to be unburdened by that which no longer serves you, and your wings are ready to unfurl. So where will you be flying in 2024? Spring cleaning serpent clearing way ask, because that is what many of you will begin to experience more of. Freedom flights, freedom flying. While many in the world are unaware of any changes brewing at these deep and spiritual levels, many of you are aware of these truths. And those of you already aware of these truths might have a tendency to look back at what you still see standing and wonder what it will take to topple them to the ground in a more public way so that humanity can more quickly reunite and ultimately simply unite. And this is what we wish to speak to today for the energies in March, April, and May 2024. If you know deep in your heart that the 3D matrix cannot and will not exist in the 5D divine blueprint and creation of God, perhaps the speed of more obvious crumblings need not consume you and your powerful energy field. What is desired for you to open and allow is the awareness that you are the usher to your own new 5D life. You are the escort and intender to the new life in God's divine creation that awaits you. And therefore, this is what needs a lot of awakened soul attention now. You are the leading edge of new creation. And so you are invited to ponder, what do you want to create at that leading quantum edge with Source and in your awakened heart? On a daily basis now? Will the reports of things going on in the monetary systems be as relevant to you now as your own dreams birthing forward? Will the reports of this corruption or that court trial in illusory court systems grab your attention? Or will the call to water and nurture your dreams captivate and engage you more? There has never been a more perfect time to review your perfect energy field and really feel into that which most needs your attention in these coming few weeks and months. Many will need to see and feel the truth of the corruption in the 3D banking system that exists today in the same frequencies as Babylon did so long ago. It just has a new storefront and has gone through a rebranding. But it still functions the same, with the purpose of enslaving and robbing the abundance of God's wealthy and Christ-lit children. Some people in their awakening process now will need to see the walls cave in on such structures, to know it as so, to accept that takedown and the shattering of the old system. Yet many of you here listening to a message like this are growing beyond the need to focus your energy on the proof of the takedown, because you are builders of the higher vibrational and higher-hearted build-up. Yes? The crumbling of the old is assured, dear ones. No structures or systems built on the serpentine enslavement model will stand or ascend into the new 5D Earth. That is vibrationally impossible in an ascending world. What is possible is to shore up your higher frequencied reserves, your otherworldly and multidimensional creative life force and faith in the divine blueprint. That is you, and that exists in all of divine creation. That is your springboard. That is your launching. That is your happy thought amidst the 3D illusions that mainly are very thin veneers at this point, perhaps paper-thin veneers. March 2024 Energy Update Spring Cleaning Serpent Clearing Now is the time that you do your best to activate your heart light inside you. It is time to rally your soul sight to see God's deepest and truest creation emerging up and through the fakery of the serpentine usurpation and occupation of God's realm of infinite light. You are invited to see beyond and through the illusions, as if you had X-ray vision. For vibrationally in a higher realm you do. All is transparent with clear soul sight, with 20/20 clear soul sight. So choose it now, if this resonates for you. Clear soul sight is a key bridge in seeing beyond illusions, and now you are invited to expand it, a quantum leap forward. Now you are invited to not only see beyond illusions, which was a huge step in the past few years. You are now invited to leap into embracing your soul sight of the quantum and ever-expanding future. How is that for a paradigm-shifting, soul-expanding, sight-increasing march forward into your higher timeline that wishes to become the now of your life experiences? Portal into what your heart wants to show you about you in your new higher vibrational life. Is there new technology that would make your light and your life shine brighter? Is there healing that would bring peace and well-being to your heart and to your family's life? Is there harmony in relationships you would like to see in your new quantum life in God's timeline and in the greater divine creation? How can you engage and empower your soul sight to vision it, feel it, see it, know it, and embody it in ways that make it so real that creation can't help but to make it real? Have you ever thought about the spellcasting and word confusion of the words real and real? A movie reel is fiction, fantasy, illusion. Yes, And reality, realm, and realness are words that humanity can reclaim as truth. Claim the truth and the reality of God in your higher timeline life, as your now, as your ever-present state of being, as who you are. All else, if you do not give it form with your consciousness, your life force, or your UN conscious fears, etc., cannot be part of your experience if you do not vibrate in alignment with making it so, or with making it a real itty. Again, you are the creator of your life experiences, and March, April, and May 2024 will offer some very powerful choice points where you get to choose which wolf you feed, which aspect of creation that you feed. Many are ready to let go of the serpent's illusions and veneers, its quackery and fakery. And yet to truly let go, to be at 0 point when storms blow and about the 3D serpentine fakery and structures coming down, is to find your sacred neutrality and faith, when you know you have no investments in that serpentine game, bank, system, or distortion. If you are not staked into any serpentine systems, then the crumblings cannot reach you. They will affect you very little or not at all. So as you create your life and your dreams in these ascension times, where the illusion is becoming vapor and dust as we speak, and the new light and new earth are rising ever expansively so, remember to vision and attract into your life experiences the blessings of this grand God timeline and the greatness of new leaps in consciousness that are going to make every human and sentient life better. Consider being open to the gifts of divine union and the blessings that God's timeline holds in store for everyone, vibrationally rising beyond the tricks of the old illusions and into the heart of divine creation again. Give yourself opportunities to learn about what is emerging in God's true creation on planet Earth. How and where can one find true divine healing and wholeness? Seek the truth, ask, and doors will be opened. How and where can one find true wealth and true resources to build your new life in a new earth? Seek the light and remain open to where sound money and new opportunities emerge through connections you have, platforms you visit, and even ideas and things to consider coming through trusted sources in all kinds of communications. An awakening humanity must be a savvy humanity in these times, because serpent-trained minions know how to appeal to and seduce newly awakened souls. So vibrational vetting of new opportunities with clear soul sight is essential. With great freedom and great power comes great responsibility. Yes? And yet the rewards of your great awakening and your great emancipation empower you to embrace your life and your vibrational field fully engaged and in the all-in position. To create and to rise on this scale, souls cannot sit on the fence or they risk being left behind. This is a time to celebrate the new and to release the old. So witnessing the darkness and empowering the light just got a co-creative partner in your consciousness today. You will be witnessing more darkness get revealed, and you will be empowering the living light at the same time that you will also be actively releasing the old and honoring and expanding the new. These are very essential and natural vibrational acclamations that make the ascension process more friendly, more accessible, and more comfortable overall. March 2024 Energy Update Spring Cleaning Serpent Clearing GIF. We revisit the initial frequencies of our messages today, where the original divine creation was here the whole time that the serpent occupation and invasion took place for thousands and thousands of years. Then we invite you to consider that your abilities to thrive as a conscious creator in this realm have always been here. The serpent just usurped humanity's will and implanted fear programs to time and time again, block access to the divine blueprint in each and every person, make the illusion appear real and God's reality appear to be the illusion, and make scarcity consciousness a way of life for most people on this world. The truth is that lack, poverty, scarcity, and depleted resources on all levels of earth living take a tremendous amount of time to instill in God's children, and the serpent usurped itself into believing it could actually work for real and for eternity. And the truth is that God's timeline is the only thing that is real, and thus all illusion must be cleansed and cleared through God's spring cleaning for all time. And that is happening and picking up the pace with each passing day now in 2024. Most of the serpent's infiltrations have been hollowed out, and now all that is left are very fragile veneers or shells, that if you blew too hard, they must all just crumble like Humpty Dumpty. And as we know, in that story, all of the king's horses and all of the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. It is a Humpty time for the serpent and its army now, and they know it. What is important for you to know is that as God spring cleans all across this earth in the coming months in 2024, you are invited to spring clean your own perceptions, tethers, and triggers. Neutralize and release them without judgment as best you can. And then, with all of that freed up energy and all of those reclaimed resources, you must rise and empower your dreams to be what they truly are. Vision them, feel them, dream them, and journal them to shine with the magic of an awakened soul on the pathway home to their true light, in a true divine timeline, in God's glorious realm and reality, and for the whole of creation to delight in how good, magical, and wonderful it is to have you back, shining in source perfection, and with all 3D costumes retired and cleared away for all time. It is time to be real now. It is time to be lit now. Christ lit. It is time to embrace the grace of who you really are, where nothing holds you back to express your greatest light and your truest talents in God's great garden. You were made to shine. You were designed to shine. So witness the crumblings taking place now and ever increasingly so, as God continues to spring clean the planet. Empower the living light in all you say, do, think, feel, and engage. Release the old in every conscious way possible. And celebrate and honor the new and newness that is rising to build a gloriously epic new earth birth. Remember, you came for these times. You have talents within your perfect divine blueprint to transcend the old and to build the new. Your 2020 clear soul sight knows this perfectly and expansively. And today, in listening to these messages, your heart is knowing this ever more deeply, truly, and embracingly so as well. Spring 2024. Time to rise and shine, dear ones. That is a big part of how this world heals. The rising and shining of awakening star seeds who allow and express more resonance with the new God timeline than bonding and aligning with the crumbling of the old one. There are many great works to manifest and establish here in a 5D new earth dot, and those projects thrive in the full light of the great central suns. If you resonate, open your divine blueprint to be a holy vessel and conduit for them to birth forth in your experience and into the collective's experience. Indeed, as Margaret Mead once said, it only takes a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens to change the world. And that is what is happening now. You are among that small group of committed divine citizens who came to thoughtfully, heartfully, and soulfully birth a new world with Source in partnership with every breath and every creation. And to birth a new world in ways your mind won't yet comprehend, but in ways that your wise, eternal soul knows perfectly how to usher into this brave and wonderful new 5D earth. That is God's greatest timeline and realm ever to be experienced. With great joy, you are invited to embrace these divinely blueprinted knowings inside you, for indeed they are exactly the kind of higher vibrational, otherworldly energies that bring quantum change in beautiful ways to ascending planets. You are loved, dear ones. You are love. All are love.